up, everyone? Thank y'all for a new edition of the Allen Powell Show. Got a lot to discuss today. NBA All-Star Weekend is over. The stretch run is coming. We also got to discuss the All-Star Weekend. What can be done, because what's going on is not going to cut it. But we got some big news that's breaking today. Maybe it's big news, maybe it's not. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's something. But we're going to get into it, man. So with that being said, y'all come in with your hot takes. Let's get ready to lock and load.
We lock and load, Allen Powell. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock and load. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock and load. Come on.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the Allen Powell Show. This will be the new day and time going forward. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Had to switch some stuff around, but this will be the official time. Got some special guests in the building. Y'all know my man Vic LeGrone is in the building. Thank you for coming back on, my brother.
Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for having me back.
And Mr. Amaru from the Black Butterfly Podcast is in the building.
How you doing, man? Glad to be back. It's been a minute.
And then I got a first-time guest making his appearance on the Allen Powell
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brian Morgan. Thanks for coming in, my brother.
Thank you, fellas. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me. Yes, sir.
So look, man, I'm riding in my vehicle, and it's stories just all over sports radio. Justin Field has unfollowed the Chicago Bears. He's unfollowed the Chicago Bears. What's going on? Is this a sign that he's going to be traded? And everybody's going crazy. Social media is the new news. You know what I'm saying? It's not the newspaper anymore. If something happened on social media, everybody goes crazy. So he unfollowed the Bears. Then they say he was following Bijan Robinson and Drake London from the Atlanta Falcons. People is trying to put two and two together. He was on a podcast with the St. Brown brothers. I want to play the clip, but I don't want to get flagged by YouTube. They be tripping sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I do this. This is a picture of him on the podcast, and then this is one of his quotes. He said, "Just because you don't follow the girl on IG, don't mean you're not messing with them." So he made an example. I don't know if it's a good example or a bad example, but I want to break down the interview. A few things that he said in the interview. So, number one, Justin Field unfollowed the Chicago Bears. Now, he said he did it because he's about to take a vacation. He's tired of all of the noise, and that's the only reason he did it. Nothing more, nothing less. I want to come to my man Brian first because he's a newcomer. Do you believe what he's saying, or is it something to this story? What do you think?
I'm riding with JF1, man. I think he's telling the truth. He's tired of all the noise. He been hearing it for 2 years now. We've been had the number one pick 2 years in a row. He probably just want to unplug from it. This is his first time just saying enough is enough. And I'm with him, man. If I'm into a girl and I see she entertaining other dudes, I may not want to follow her and see all her activity. I'm cool on you. As long as when you slide in my DM, we keep it 100 with each other. I'm cool with it. But the Bears is clearly entertaining other suitors. So, I can see him not want to see somebody flirting flirting in his face like that. I can get it, So I'm with him on that one, man.
So you rolling with his example of just because you don't follow the girl on IG don't mean you're messing with them. You okay with that reason?
I'm okay with it. It might be more of a new school reasoning, just like you say. Hey, we don't get our news the same way, and the analogies have changed these days. So but I get where he's coming from. I can understand it. Is it a little concerning for me as a person that wants Justin back? Yes, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. But all I know is this guy's been everything that you can ask for a professional to represent your franchise. I got to continue to think that he's going to operate with the same level of professionalism moving forward, whether he follow us or not. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I think you on the younger side, right? You more of the newer generation of the social media. I want to go to my man Vic LeGrone. He's the oldest one on the panel. What's your thoughts about the new age social media news, and do you believe what Justin Field is saying?
I believe what he's saying, bro. But honestly, it's not a big deal, man. It's like whatever. He unfollowed him on social media, bro. Like, you know, what did he have for breakfast yesterday? Pancakes? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much now, bro. It's too much. Like all these conspiracy theories, bro. It's a little too much for him right now. You know what I'm saying? Like he had the same thing last year up until March, where he heard that Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud and all this last year, like bro already touched on. So this year, to the point, just get to the point to where it is, like bro, literally every day, Instagram, Fox, ESPN, Facebook, Bleacher Report, any other avenue there are 50 stories about the haul that the Bears could get, or Justin Fields is done, he's going to Pittsburgh, or he's following the Atlanta Falcons players on social media. The Atlanta Falcons going to try to make a move for him. It's just like, bro, nobody knows what's going on but the Bears, bro. Like, literally, nobody knows what's going on but the Bears. So, nothing that nobody can say on social media can sway me one way or the other. I'm a Justin Fields fan. I'm riding with him. I want him to be the Bears quarterback going forward. I want to see the Bears get that haul and keep on building like teams like the 49ers and man, I hate to say it because they didn't really show up last year, but even though they made playoffs, teams like the Packers where they have all this first round pedigree on both sides of the ball. Right. Look back at the Bears offense this past season. You had 3 first rounders. That ain't gonna get it done on offense. You had 3 first rounders.
Yeah.
3.
So look, before I get to you, Amaru, I want to get a couple of comments. Alejandro Ruiz, thanks for checking in on our YouTube. Fields ain't sweating this little stuff, but actions speak louder. I think he's shielding his emotions and unfollowed to secure his feelings after his trade. I would say that's a great point. First of all, in today's era, man, like we got to remind ourselves, Justin Fields is a young guy. He's nothing in his early 20s. So this is a lot. I couldn't imagine in my early 20s dealing with the barrage of social media when my job can be in the air, where I might be moving to a whole nother city, uprooting my family, or just all of that comes with that. So that's a great point. And his feelings probably is hurt that he's even have to entertain the fact that they might not want me. And it's a real thing because it's a business. And Eldrin Otis checking in on YouTube says, I wouldn't want to keep hearing that either. And that's a good point, man. Like, that's a lot to deal with when your name is constantly being brought up in trade rumors to different teams. Amaru, with all that being said, what's your take, brother?
Man, I'm a Justin Fields fan, but I don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? I think he knows something. And again, like I think I went to this. You were in the Bears chat. Yeah. Every day, somebody's sharing something. Somebody's commenting on all 22 tape. They're talking about what someone national said. What somebody locally said. So I get what he's saying. I just don't buy it because sometimes what happened, and that's how they be passive aggressive in this new generation, they will unfollow the team, and then later down the line, they was probably notified earlier than later that they were going to be moved on. And so again, I'm a Fields fan. So, but I kind of got sad when I said, "Oh man, it's about to start happening." So
yes, that thought crossed my mind as well. I had the same exact thought. I said, here we go," and the train started moving. But you know, I'm going to actually go ahead and play this video. I just play YouTube. Don't flag me. Come on, man. I'm trying to run it through here. So look, I'm gonna play this video, man. I'm gonna play a quick bit of it, and then we can analyze it out of the horse's mouth. And this is Justin Fields explaining him unfollowing the Bears.
Media is so serious, like.
So like, why you unfollowing the Bears?
This and that, like I still mess with the Bears. This and that. I'm just trying to take a little break. I unfollow the Bears and the NFL, bro. I'm not just trying to have football on my timeline. Like I know y'all mess with a girl, EQ, especially you. Just because you don't follow the girl on IG, don't mean you're not messing with them.
That's true. That's true. That's facts. That's facts. But you follow Luciana, right? But listen, that's my girlfriend though. That's different. But I'm saying like when you're single, it's you really messing with the girls you don't follow more than the girls you follow.
You feel me?
Oh, like, so you're saying you mess with the Bears? You're saying you mess with the Bears more now that you don't follow them?
Man, it's not even like that.
Okay.
It's something that I don't want to see in my timeline. I'm about to go on vacation. I don't want to see no football. And guess what?
Just get a little away from
every Bears post It's either
Let's see who you follow.
it's
Nah,
either
let's
Keith
see who
Fields. We want
follows.
Fields. It's either draft Caleb. So it's like, bro, man, I'm tired of hearing the talk. We want
Like, it's
Fields.
annoying.
We want Caleb. Like, it's just, bro, like, it's time to just.
So you're telling me you don't follow no football, bro? You follow.
I follow Ohio State football. I don't follow the NFL. I don't follow the Bears.
Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report.
It's basketball season. They're not posting nothing about football, dog. They're not posting nothing about football. I'll follow him back.
Drake London, my teammate. What's up with that?
What you mean? What's up with that? I follow you.
You know Drake? You don't follow me, but you know Drake?
I'll follow you after this, but not for real. I mean, we played against them, these past 2 years, but I don't know him for real like that. I've been following for a minute though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's my dog. I just know he's on the Falcons, my nigga. Yeah, I was just wondering why you follow Drake, if you knew him or something.
Yeah, I don't know him like that, but yeah.
Good dude, great dude. SC, how we do that shit.
Yeah.
Well, since we're off the subject, so now we.
Okay, so that's it. We'll put that off right there. Couple things that pointed out to me. He don't know Drake London like that, but he's following him. That's one. Little suspect. He's been linked to Atlanta for a couple. That's the rumblings that's going around. It's him to Atlanta. Now, Vic, after hearing out of the horse's mouth, I can't say that it's nothing. I can't say that it's all the way something, but I can't say that it's all the way nothing. It's a little something. It's a little something. After hearing it from the horse's mouth, Vic, what you think?
And see, to me, it's still really nothing. The part of the video that I think is something, where he comes out and says, I want to know, are you keeping me or do you want to trade me, basically? He said, man, I'm just tired of all this. That's something. The unfollowing on the Instagram and following whoever on other teams, I can't make a big deal out of that, bro, because all these guys playing the NFL, they all in the same circle. I just can't see that making a big deal. I'll make a bigger deal out of what he said.
Hold on.
He want to know now. Is he going or is he staying?
If you in the pros, like, yo, he a professional. If you don't know Drake London, why you following him? I don't get that. That's the part that don't make sense to me. Call me.
Hey, bro, but I'm pretty sure there are other guys in the NFL that don't know guys and they following them on their page, bro. That's like a big, like a female. You know what I'm saying? A big thing. You see somebody in the draft, you hear their name, y'all talk on the field, you follow them on social media. Okay. You don't know them from a kid in the page, you just know they're in the NFL.
You buying it, I'm not. Amaru, Brian, after y'all hear it out the horse's mouth, that the Drake London stuff, that's the only part that rubbed me the wrong. Everything else, I'm good. Before I get to y'all, hold on. Alejandro Ruiz said, simply stated, about to hit vacation and his lady. Let that man be great. His money locked in. Caleb ain't ready, and the offense ain't got time to focus on a new QB when they have a great QB. I will say this about the vacation. I agree with that. Vacation part, I'm rolling with that. But I don't know no man that's gonna follow another man when you really don't know him and y'all both in the same league. I ain't buying that part. If it was a female and he want to check out, cool. But another guy, I'm not rolling with that. Am I crazy, Brian? Tell me I'm crazy.
No, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. Far from it. But maybe there's something more to that. Maybe when Drake London was coming, maybe Justin hit the follow button and maybe show some love. I don't know. I'm making excuses at this point. I'm speculating, but it is a red flag to Atlanta Falcons. But he is a
Hold on, you breaking up. Let's try to get you back good. Maru, go ahead real quick. Did he go out? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you, Al.
Yeah, you went out of Maru. You went out. It went out. So we gonna try to figure that out. But Alejandro Ruiz on YouTube said Phil's answers was direct and plain, but he didn't give us or y'all any insight on his future, other than let him enjoy his vacation. So okay, Ruiz is behind Justin Fields. He said let him enjoy, let him be great. He on vacation, let him vacate. He said get off his back and he gonna enjoy his girl. All right, Alejandro, man, we see who you rolling with. You rolling with Justin. Now, when he get traded, I want that same energy when the Bears trade him. When the Bears trade him for a haul, I want Alejandro Ruiz to come back and say, you know what? It was something. We shouldn't have let him. Shouldn't have just let him vacate. We should have made him answer the questions, put his feet to the fire, because it was something. And he ain't had no reason following Drake London, especially if he get traded to Atlanta. Alejandro Ruiz, I want that same energy. If we find out he get traded to the Atlanta Falcons, I need that energy from you. Brian, Amaru, are y'all back? Are y'all back?
Let me know. You said I was breaking up. Let me know if you hear me now.
You back clear. You back clear. So go ahead. Go back to the point that you were saying, man, because I want the people to hear you clearly.
Yeah, man. I just, I think it's something to it, but nothing major, man. Just maybe a guy might have been recruiting him. He's from Atlanta. Somebody playing for his hometown team, just showing some love. But ultimately, man, I think Chicago is where his heart is. He done been through a lot of ups and downs, but he's had some success on the field, and I can see him returning and having similar success next year. And on top of that, we can't trade with Atlanta. They chose Kyle Pitts over this man. Y'all had y'all chance to get him, and you didn't get him. So if you wanted him, it's double. It's double for whatever. You can't get him. The 49ers, the New Jersey Jets, y'all, everybody that chose somebody over him that needed a quarterback at that moment, you can't get him for market value. The price went up. Today's price ain't yesterday's price, man. For real.
Yes. Talk to him. Talk to him, bro. Talk to him. That's a great point. Amaru,
yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes. You good?
Yeah, I just, when he started grinning and laughing and doing all like this, like you could tell it's passive aggressive. So, I want to wait and see. But I'm a fan, you know what I'm saying? And so I get what he said, though, because like I said before, it's all over talk radio. It's all over the ESPN, the FS1, and all these other shows. And so I kind of get it. So I am a fan. I was at the Atlanta game when it was cold outside. I was at that game, and they were in the stands yelling, "We want Fields."
Right.
And so I was there, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it was loud as hell. Like, we were at me and my coworker, me and him was on the opposite end zone, and it was snowing. I'm like, damn, that's crazy as hell. They that loud, and so we love him. You know what I'm saying? You got the Justin Field haters and all that, but as you know, I watched these all 22 films, so I know what's exactly going on.
Yeah.
Keep him. That's all I gotta say. Keep him. Get it. We got a new coordinator. Put the weapons around him. Now, if he suck again this year, then you move on. But you can't properly evaluate a quarterback when you throwing 32 screens a game. Like that's just not realistic.
Yeah, the offensive play caller was bad. The people around, he didn't have the right weapons all the way. They got a one weapon to DJ Moore. Cole Kmet is nice, so they still building. Eldrin Otis said he also said he don't care to know football history. It's not surprising that he don't care to hear it in the off season. Mm-hmm. And Alejandro Ruiz says Fields is staying. Let him enjoy when he follow again. Watch the blow up. He's saying so when Justin Fields follow the Bears again, then watch it blow up again. Hey, if he follow again, then I'm gonna say Alejandro Ruiz was right.
Right.
For sure.
Right. But until then, my brother, we on watch. But I will say this: I do believe the Bears will draft Caleb Williams and trade Justin Fields. Not because I want to, I don't want that, but I think because of the politics, I think they're going to do it, and they're going to trade him. I put it like this: they need to trade him to the AFC because I don't want this to come bite us in the butt. We got to come see him in the playoffs sometime down the line because I think he got the potential to be an MVP sometime. You see what I'm saying? And if you trade him to Atlanta, it's a possibility we'll see him down the line. And the last thing you want as a Bears fan is for him to come in and beat the brakes off us, and we still got Caleb Williams progressing, so to speak. What do y'all think is actually going to happen? I think the Bears is going to draft Caleb Williams. They're going to trade Justin Fields. Amaru, what do you think is going to happen?
I think because I watched Kevin Warren's press conference, I think they're going to keep him, bro. And this is why, because he talked about stability. He talked about building, right? He talked about a lot of those things. Obviously, Ryan Poles talked about some of those same things. Ryan Poles is actually a fan. Kevin Warren had dealt with him when he was back in the Big Ten. So they're familiar with him. Then he was at his graduation when he graduated from Ohio State. So I think they are invested in him. I think they're just doing this Caleb Williams carrot dangling, just for hype, right? And for just media attention. I think at the end of the day, they're going to see that obviously the value he's built for Chicago. Thanks. Because the way he is with the media, he don't give him too much. His teammates, they adore him. They love him. Yeah. Y'all all see the stuff with DJ Moore and some of his teammates. So like, and I think it was Jerkovich. He made a great point. He said, if you take that man out that locker room and you put Caleb Williams in there, do you know what type of heat he's gonna face? Especially, this is the thing, and I think you saw this. This is the thing people are missing. When you compare this dude to Patrick Mahomes, right? Yeah. You are saying he is generational. Yeah. When you saying that, people forget Patrick Mahomes walked in throwing 50 touchdowns and was the MVP of that season. His first year playing. So you are saying if he is nowhere near close to that, it's gonna be a ride in Chicago.
Victor,
so, go ahead.
Before I get to you, I agree with everything you're saying. The only pushback I would give you is Ryan Poles didn't draft Justin Fields. And we know that when I say the politics, because of the politics, if he don't draft Caleb Williams and Caleb Williams do turn out to be great and Justin Fields don't progress as he can, then he's going to lose his job. But if he drafts Caleb Williams, we all know that the clock starts over. And he got more, and Ryan Poles, job security, he gets more years on his job.
Let me push back real quick though.
Okay.
If you trade back, let's say he stick up the joint. Guess who would be a number 1 pick next year? Deion Sanders' son.
Hello.
So this is why I get so frustrated with people who talk about football.
Yeah.
They say it every year. He's a generational player. This is the best project we done seen in 10 to 15 years. Yeah. Those same people in the draft where Patrick Mahomes was at had him rated 6th. Yeah. So it's going, and I'm not saying it's easy. It's a crapshoot. For me, it just makes better sense to place the team around him like the 49ers did with Brock Purdy. Put the pieces around him, and then if you trade back and you get the number 1 pick next year, you can be like, okay, Justin, you can he walk away. You're not invested because you don't want to make the Mr. Trubisky mistake again. You did that already, right? So and
that's more reason why they might draft Caleb Williams as well, because you had a staring at you in your face and you messed up. But Vic, I want to get you in real quick with Ryan Poles not drafting Justin Fields. How does that play in your mind? Do you think that factor in?
Nah. I don't think that has anything to do with it, bro. Right. I think this man is just playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers, bro. Right. I really do. He's just driving up the value of this draft pick, bro. Like, let everybody keep thinking this guy, Caleb Williams, is generational. I watched him for the last 2 years. He's the Heisman Trophy winner in 2022, not 2023.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Last year, there were 3 or 4 quarterbacks who had better years than this guy in the NFL. 3 or 4 guys. Why is it the same year that he had in 2022, the quarterback for LSU had just had this year? Why isn't he being labeled a generational talent? Why isn't Drake May being labeled a generational talent? These guys were just as good as Caleb Williams this past year.
Yeah. Brian, what's going to happen with the Bears on the clock with the number 1 overall pick? Do they trade it or do they draft Caleb Williams?
I believe that if they could trade back with Washington and still take Marvin Harrison with Jr., that's the win. That's the goal. That's the plan they should have. I want to piggyback on the Ryan Poles thing. When Ryan Poles got hired here, they asked him, how are you going to build this team without having a first-round pick this year? He looked in the camera and said, Justin Fields is our first-round pick. So just like he didn't pick Justin Fields, he wasn't the guy that skipped on Patrick Mahomes either. You know what I mean? So I got to believe that and then let's just look at how he's handled his stuff in these drafts. He's maneuvered these drafts every year, wheeling and dealing and getting it, having his way. And I don't see that changing, especially knowing where the franchise has come from. We're not one quarterback away from being Super Bowl contenders. We're multiple pieces away, and we got a guy in place that's in the top or bottom half of the quarterback spectrum, but he got upside, man. You know what I mean? He got upside. So I think with all that said, I feel like we standing pat either taking Marvin Harrison number 1 or we trading back a pick or 2 and getting them later, you know. But I can't see Caleb Williams. Here go my next thing too. Why I gotta knock Caleb Williams. Everything that they say he struggled with, they say Justin Fields struggles with the similar things. Also, I want to draw another comparison. You guys remember when Steph Curry just lit the league on fire, shooting all these threes? Right. Everybody started to change their game plan, but nobody could beat Steph Curry. So just because you can shoot from half court, don't make you Steph Curry. Just because Caleb Williams can throw a couple off-platform throws and, you know, that don't make you Patrick Mahomes. He just happened to be the first guy that we're seeing who grew up watching Patrick Mahomes. So, yeah, most people was emulating Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, you know, Peyton Manning. This guy grew up looking at Patrick Mahomes. This is you could clearly see he influenced this game. But that don't make you him because you can practice some throws, throw a couple no-looks. That don't make you Patty, man. Make you Patty.
Those are great points. My only thing is, based on NFL history and how things go as far as quarterbacks and coaches, he picked Eberflus, and he didn't fire him. But he didn't pick Justin Fields. And so I just feel like it's easier. The easier thing to do is to trade Justin Fields and draft his own quarterback. The best thing to do is to keep Justin Fields and continue to build. If you do not go with the status quo and do something different, I think it will be successful for the Bears. I think the quickest way for them to get to the Super Bowl is to trade and get a haul for that number 1 pick. And I think in a year or 2, we got a chance to be knocking on the Super Bowl, in my opinion. If we do this the right way, nobody has ever had the chance to get as many assets as the Bears have a chance to do right now. What you got back last year and then what you can get back this year is unprecedented. What you can do. So that's the way to go. But I haven't seen it done before. So because I don't have that history, I gotta believe that he's gonna trade Justin Fields. And I don't want it to happen. I want him to keep Justin Fields. I like him. I think he's progressing. You got DJ Moore, you got Cole Kmet, you go get Marvin Harrison, you go get some more defenders, and you sign Jalen Johnson, and let's rock and roll.
And I think the interesting thing people are missing, he was in the room when they drafted Patrick Mahomes. So if anybody know, like, and trust me, if they do trade him, okay, I would ride with it. But if they keep him, think about it. He would know. He would know, right? Like he was saying in his press conference, we got to know if he's the right fit for this locker room, for the city. You know how you got to understand that. And I'm sure if you remember when Patrick Mahomes was drafted, you had people, who the hell is Patrick Mahomes? And they already got Alex Smith. And this is another thing people are missing. Yeah. Andy Reid's a Hall of Fame coach. Yeah. You got a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator with Spagnuolo. Yeah. You have Chris Jones, who's going to the Hall of Fame. You got Tyreek Hill, who was a Hall of Fame deep wide. And you see the stuff he's been doing. And then you got Kelsey. Yeah. Who on the Bears is that? Hey. We're not saying he wasn't great. He walked into a great situation.
That's true. Now you hit on a couple of points, and I want you to chime in on what he talked about. He talked about the coaching, he talked about the weapons, he talked about the culture, the personality of the person. Caleb Williams, coming from USC West Coast, seems a little Hollywood to me. I could be wrong. I don't know if he's built for Midwest. We don't play that Hollywood stuff out here, bro. Justin Fields seems like he's our type. I don't know if Caleb Williams is that type. And coaches, do y'all believe in Eberflus? And we got this new offensive coordinator, Waldron. I mean, we ain't got Spags and Andy Reid. So, Vic, what do you think about everything that I just said right there as far as the culture, Caleb Williams' personality? Do you believe in the coaches?
I kind of do believe, because in Eberflus, bro, just for one reason, because I looked at how the Bears closed out the season, and they literally after the Denver game, they shouldn't have lost again last season. That's just my personal take. That's my personal take. But we were lacking. We were able to score points, even manufacture with a little bit of offense that we had, but we still were lacking on the D line. This is where the Bears need to get better at in the trenches, bro. Like we're not like he said, we're not a quarterback away. We're trenches away. We need another defensive end. We need another defensive tackle. We need a new safety, and we still need another wide receiver. Yes. You draft Caleb with the first pick. Then you have to trade down your number 9. Then, so what do you do for wide receiver? You have to trade down your 9 to get more assets. You don't have another pick until the 3rd round this year. See, people not paying attention to that. You don't have a 2nd round pick because you sent it to Washington for Montez Sweat. And so this is why I say you sit on that generational haul, though, bro. I'm telling you, I just think Ryan Poles knows what he's doing, though, bro. I know he getting under Justin's skin with the waiting in the land. I bet he knows he is, bro. I bet he knows he is. Be like, this is what I need to do to sell this dream and make these people think that I think Caleb Williams is generation. Do I think Caleb Williams could be a good quarterback at the NFL level? Yeah. Absolutely, I do. He has potential. Yeah. Do I see generational? No. I do not see generation. That's just my take. I don't see generational. I see good. Yeah. But I don't see generational. Like that brother said, he need to come in and put us a Patrick Mahomes type number, CJ Stroud, leading the Bears right back to the promised land, regardless to wherever they short at. Like if it's him, and then they trade down the 9 pick to try to do what they got to do into the 3rd round. Yeah. You got to re-sign Jalen Johnson. Yeah. He's gonna take about $20 million of that $60 million in cash space you got. You need an end, so now you're gonna have to get in free agency because you didn't acquire any more draft picks. Yeah, it's like a double edged with him. Like he said, we are not just. I said we're gonna trade that pick because we're not just a quarterback away. We're not.
I hope you're right, Brian. I want to get your opinion on something. He said. Matter of fact, if we're keeping Justin Fields. And Vic said, I know he's getting under his skin. As a GM, can you go to Justin Fields early and say, hey, bro, listen, I know you getting drove up the wall by all the stories and the media attention, but just be cool. I'm working on something. Can you do it early, or you can't show your cards because something might get out? Justin and Fields is young. He might try to text a family member. They might put it out there. Then it's pre-wired, and then his cards on the table. Can you do that as a GM, Brian? What you think about that?
I think you can, and I would be surprised if him unfollowing the Bears is all part of the master plan. You know, let's throw him off the scent. You know what I mean? And you gotta keep in mind who we dealing with. This guy been in the spotlight since his freshman year of high school. You know what I mean? He's not unfamiliar to media presence. He know how to handle himself. So. Yeah, you could go to him and say, "Hey, boy, you know we keeping you, baby. I know we didn't give you everything you needed to work with. So just trust me. You know, tune all that BS out. We got you." So I can see you doing that. Now I can see why you wouldn't as well. But just to give Justin peace of mind, I would be willing to take that risk. If that's my guy, you my guy. I'm gonna tell you early. Hey, don't worry about what they saying, baby. I got you. We don't want Caleb. He can't do what you do. He can't run for 1,000 yards. You know what I mean? He can't do that.
If you are right, Brian, if this is part of the master plan, then I salute that brother Ryan Poles.
Come on.
Hey, man, unfollow us. Let's shake up the world.
Hey, you made a good point, though, too, bro.
What's up?
You made a good point, too, about getting him getting under – we're just going to pick back up what I'm saying with him getting under the skin like that. Like, I don't know if he can – I get what he said, but I think if I'm him, I'm telling nobody. Yeah. If I already got this plan in place and I know I'm keeping Justin, I'm telling nobody, bro. I'm playing this game, and let's see if the New York Giants or the Commanders or one of these thirsty teams that think dude's generational want to hop out there and give me these 3 firsts and a second.
All it takes is
who gonna do it, because somebody's gonna do it. You mark my words. Somebody's gonna do it. Now it's up to Poles. We go ahead and like, you know what? Now the Bears, we're set up for years to come.
Yeah.
Depth. Not only having starters, but depth. That's the key to most great teams. Yeah. Now you add depth at controllable cost for 4 years. Yes. That's how you build teams, bro. That's how you build teams.
Not to cut y'all off. That's what I always wonder. They always talk about resetting the quarterback market. Can't you reset the defensive end market? Can't you reset why is the quarterback? I know they make the most money, but we know that Justin is not going to make Lamar or Patrick Mahomes money. He's not going to make that. So my thing is,
I can see the Bears giving Justin that Daniel Jones type of contract.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, like about 70 to 90 million guaranteed. That is great for nowadays. That is great.
I'm going to push back on that a little bit because if he continues to progress, we're going to pick up the option. Let's pick up the option. We got it for 2 years. If he progress and then he ball out, no, you're going to have to pay him now. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm projecting that he's going to progress and then we got to pay him. I don't think he's going to get no Daniel Jones. I think he got the potential to be an MVP if we continue to build around him and we get the right play caller. So, and I think we're going to have to pay him.
And here's another thing, too. For the people who hate him, this is the things that really pissed me off with them because when he got the job, you got to remember his timeline. When he got the job, remember it was Andy Dalton and Nick Foles in front of him. And Nagy wouldn't make him the starter. You had all season. He had him in the whole all season. Wouldn't name him the starter. Then
gave him no reps with the one.
None. I still remember that. So you went through that debacle. Then you go to the all season, the following all season. You get to the season. He had to remember Bill Lazor was calling the plays. Yeah. So Matt Nagy was so terrible that you have to get Bill Nagy to, and then on top of that, you gutted the team. So they're like, well, he only got 10 wins. Who did he have on the team? He had nobody on the team. They got it the whole team. And it's like, so it's crazy. And I'm like, so last year was the first year he actually had an actual wide receiver.
Yes.
And
come on, man.
Got him over 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Progress.
Career year. He had career numbers.
Yeah.
So that's what's crazy. And just to talk about Ryan Post real quick, he did a great job. His only two debacles, I wouldn't call Velus Jones a debacle. I actually think Velus Jones is a running back. I think they should.
Thank you, man. Hey, man, I gotta follow you, bro. Hey, Velus is a running back, man.
I think he's a running back.
He can't see the ball in the air.
No, put him in the backfield and play up like this, do some scat back stuff. But that's what we need a running back. And then two, Chase Claypool. He just he bombed that. You know what I'm saying?
Roquan Smith. That brother was a young stud, and he let him walk.
Yeah.
So I got a theory about the Roquan Smith thing. Okay. You cannot tank. We don't have the number one pick if Roquan Smith is on that team. He's gonna get you 2-3 more wins by himself. So if you want to reset this whole franchise and start over and build it from the ground up, Roquan has to go. And then if you look at the numbers that TJ Edwards put up, we was able to replace his production. So we got 2 for the price of 1. So I'm not too hurt about it, but I know what Roquan Smith was. He was probably the best pick of the Ryan Pace era outside of Jalen Johnson, maybe Justin Fields followed up after that. So I get it, but you can't rebuild. And that's the thing about the Bears franchise. They never undergo a rebuild. It's always, let's trade for Jay Cutler. Let's trade for Khalil Mack. Let's trade, it's never, and then we keep striking out on draft picks. Leonard Floyd, David Terrell, Curtis. I go down the list of names of first-round talents. Come on, man. Come on. Adam Shaheen, Shane McClellan. Come on.
Miller.
Anthony Miller. Come on. Take it down.
He got a Super Bowl ring. Ain't that something?
I mean, it Pose made me angry though too, dude. Your first 3rd round pick you pick Velus Jones, my dude. I mean, come on, my bro. You pick Velus Jones with your first offensive player in the 3rd. So Pose ain't, he's made some questionable moves too. Brother, I already pushed on Claypool, and I'm a huge Claypool fan because I'm a Notre Dame fan. Yeah. I really thought bringing him in would open up the offense, and we use him as the big body receiver that we tried to use him as the year before. This year, man, we had that brother out there blocking, and he wasn't feeling that.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? And he checked out on him. I see it. I was like, oh, man, this bum checked out on him. It is what it is. He checked out on the Bears. Lou Gessie had that man out there blocking like he was a tight end, and he was like, forget this, I'm checking out on the Bears. And he was dead wrong for that, but I know why he done it.
But looking back at it, you got to remember, like, yo, why did Mike Tomlin get rid of him? Mike Tomlin to me is a genuine dude, and for him to get rid of Claypool, it was like I like the pick, I like the trade, but I'm a little leery. And sure enough, it didn't work out. But
not at all.
I want to get to the little basketball news real quick because we took up 40 minutes on Justin Fields, which is needed, by the way. But we got the second half. Mike Miller says Kevin White trash. Oh yeah,
yes he was.
Come on, man.
Kevin White, West Virginia wide receiver.
Leonard Floyd was but still he was not first round pick. He didn't turn out to what we need him to be. So they definitely do.
So I want to get to some NBA action. All-Star Weekend is over. We got the stretch run coming up, man. I got a few questions about the teams that we're about to talk about in the East and Western Conference. I got questions on both sides. So this first one, let's take a look at these. The Western Conference standings right now. Minnesota, OKC is 1 and 2, and that's where I'm gonna start at, man. Do you all believe in either one of those teams? Can they win a first round matchup against a Sacramento, LA, or Golden State Warriors? Because I think it's going to be a hard matchup for either one of them in the first round. That's a 7-game series or possibly 6-game series loss for Minnesota or OKC. Do y'all trust Minnesota or OKC? Vic, what you think?
Oh man, definitely against the Lakers, man. Man, the Lakers trash, bro. They just trying to make it like that's just a veteran team, bro. The Lakers ain't the Lakers are not about to morph into the Lakers from 5 years ago, though, bro. The Lakers are who they are. They don't want to see no OKC in the first round, bro. They hoping they get up to like the 7th spot where they can stay in the 8th spot where they can see Minnesota. They don't want to see no OKC, bro. Them young boys Chad and them young guys gonna run them guys off the floor, man.
What about them? They played hard. They won the in-season tournament. We see them win that. And what about the people who say that was like a playoff atmosphere? Come playoffs, we're going to see a different Lakers squad. What do you say?
Man, I ain't buying it. That's what I'm tell that to somebody else. I ain't buying that, bro. Hey, Anthony Davis, I don't wish injuries on no player, but Anthony Davis, by the time the playoffs or that stretch run roll around, gonna be sitting over there in street clothes, and LeBron gonna start load management, and it's gonna be over with, bro.
He's been healthy all year, surprisingly, but we all know he's a toenail away from being. He's a toenail away. Mike Miller says I trust him. He said he trusts the first two squads. Amaru, what you think about these Western Conference standings and Minnesota and OKC 1 and 2?
I think because if you look at the standings, look at where the Clippers and Denver. They're only 2-3 games behind. So I think it's gonna even out a little bit. I actually think the Clippers might get the top spot, and none of them. And I'm a Wardell fan. They're not gonna want to play them because they tough.
No.
The Clippers are tough, and Denver tough too. It's amazing, man. When you see when you literally watch Joker play, he's pretty unstoppable.
Yes,
and none of those. So I think I believe that OKC is better than Minnesota because I just do not believe in Karl Anthony Towns' game. I'm not a believer.
I agree with you.
He doesn't. He's not physical enough. He does some mentally disturbing things during the game. You're bigger than all these dudes, and you're steady shoot threes.
Hey, bro, it's just I can't take pride in the guy who literally goes out to prove that he's the greatest 3.7 shooter in the league, bro. This is what you want to take pride in. This is who you want to be. You want to prove these guys. Oh yes, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest, biggest, softest 7-foot player to ever play in the NBA because all I want to do is shoot the ball from the perimeter.
Yeah, I know I can go.
I ain't finna call Anthony Towns either, bro.
I'm taller and bigger than you, and I probably can get it easy too. But no, I want to show you my jump shot. I want to show you my quick jumper. Hey, Brian, what you think about these standards, man? What you think was going on in the Western Conference?
Man, I like OKC a lot, but like my man said, I think the Clippers it's between the Clippers and Denver at the end of the day. But you got to go through one of them if you want to come out the West. But I like that OKC team. I think they're a little too young for me, to really put my eggs in that basket. But what I'm seeing is a common theme amongst that top 5 is that every one of them has got that generational talent. You got Anthony Edwards in Minnesota. You got Shea Gilchrist in OKC. You got that big 3 in LA. You got Jokic and them boys over there. And I like what I see Zion doing against the Lakers, man. He looked like if he keep playing like that, man, they gonna have to put some respect on that big.
I'm loving seeing that brother healthy, man, because he took
Come
a lot of
on.
flack.
He
took
did,
a lot
he
of
did.
flack, bro.
He did.
I'm loving seeing that brother healthy, man.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be a hell of a run. It's gonna be a hell of a playoff this year. This might be one you want to tune into.
Especially
I mean, we all know the West is always, bro, the last 15, 20 years is just university. The best teams always wind up out there. You have your Milwaukee's that comes out of the East and you know, win their championships, and the Toronto, but for the most part, the West has owned it, man.
Yes, the West is loaded, man. It's loaded. I would say about OKC and Minnesota. For some reason, I trust Minnesota more than OKC because I feel like Minnesota got a little experience in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I think Pat Bev was there, they made it. Even though I think they put out in the first round, but they got a little experience. And I trust Anthony Edwards. I don't trust Cat. Like y'all say, his IQ. Like, bro, somebody need to smack him. Like, yo, get your big butt down there and get some easy buckets, man. But Anthony Edwards, dog, I like what I see from him, and he got a dog mentality in him, man. So I trust him. So and I like Gobert as a defender. But Cat is the key. If they go anywhere, it's gonna be on Cat. If he gets some act right about himself. Yeah. But I want to get to the East. And as I pull up the East standings, my only question is anybody going to challenge Boston? Because in my opinion, if Embiid don't get healthy, I think that's the only squad that can challenge Boston because I feel like he was playing at an MVP level again before the injury. But other than that, I don't trust Cleveland. I don't know what's going on in Milwaukee. You out there, Amaru? What's going on with Doc and Dame and what's going on out there, brother?
I don't know, man. I think, and I keep telling the fans here, I said, man, I'm a Bulls fan, so I know what, championship basketball looks like. Right. They have a championship roster. Like, y'all have the perfect roster. Y'all got scoring, shooting, defense. Y'all got length, right? Yeah. I don't think they like each other. Because if you kind of, I think they was talking to Dame the other day. They was asking him name his top 5 players he would like to play with. Yeah. He didn't even have Giannis on there.
Well, I mean, it is fresh. It is fresh.
But I mean, come on now. Like, so I think it's kind of. Go ahead.
The polite thing to say would have been Giannis, for the camaraderie of the team. But maybe he was just telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's still fresh.
I think they're gonna probably get their act together though, because that team is too good for them not to come out. I think the only team that can challenge, like you said, yes, Embiid and Philly, Tyrese Maxey is showing me some. I didn't know my cousin put me on to him. That little brother be hooping. So they got the pieces too. So when he come back and fit Oubre and Buddy Hield, they just got Buddy Hield. They got some talent on the team. Yeah. I think Boston is just hungrier with Porzingis. And for me personally, I just think if Milwaukee get their act together, I think that's the only team that can challenge them. I think it's Boston's to lose. I think it's just theirs to lose. Yep.
Brian, Eastern Conference, man, what you looking at?
Eastern Conference, I think Boston is hungry. They got a chip on their shoulder. They know they probably should have won that thing a couple years back. Maybe when Milwaukee got there, that should have went through Boston. But you let them get Drew Holiday. That's where he went, right? You got Porzingis. So if you look at the team that didn't win, they got height. They got a better defender and a scorer. They upgraded Marcus Smart. You know what I mean? So I really believe in that team. I don't like Milwaukee because you don't fire nobody, no winning coach mid-season and think you're going to change for the better. I just don't. I didn't like that move. And Adrian Griffin is dear to my heart from all his years with the Bulls. So you don't do my man like that. You know what I mean? So I don't really believe in them. Cleveland, they too young. They might be the OKC of the East. You know what I mean? I don't really think. And then they was trying to trade Spider. So I don't really think they really got an identity on what they want to do moving forward. So I'm rolling with Boston. Is Embiid healthy? Will he be back? I got to rule them out. If it was a fifth. So I think Boston is the front runner, rightfully so. Maybe we can get a Cinderella story out of Indiana.
Vic,
maybe.
Yeah, to me, bro, Boston's the team to beat. The thing that I dislike about Milwaukee is Dame doesn't bring that defensive intensity like Drew did when he was there. And that's the difference in this team. The defense in the backcourt. They still got all them long guys up front, Lopez, Giannis. They still have probably the best front court defense in the NBA, probably. But they took a major step back, switching out Dame and J. Rue when it came to defense. And that's what Milwaukee was hung his hat on. 3-point shooting and playing defense. They don't have that defensive factor. And this is not a knock at Dame, but I just see Kobe White bust his butt a couple times this year. You know what I'm saying? Let alone what guys like we said, J. Rue and all these other, Maxey and all these other guards are going to get a chance to do to you. Like, much I love Dame, he's never really been like that top-notch defender. And that's kind of been a problem with him going forward on some of his teams, those Portland teams. They were never great defensively, and it always starts with you. You the anchor.
Yes. You a leader. And I don't even think he care about defense. He like, yo,
he does. I mean, you see, when Doc came, they're playing worse than they was under Griffin. He was at least holding them accountable, and Giannis didn't like that. Griffin was at least holding them accountable, and Giannis didn't like that and got the man fired.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
When they got
after that, bro, I lost a lot of respect for Giannis and some of those players in Milwaukee, bro. I don't want to see them win nothing no more, bro. Like I really wanted to see them win. I just don't. I ain't like he already touched on it. I don't like how they play Griff, bro.
Right. And when they got Patrick Beverly, I think they were saying like Dame was like he was happy, like, yeah, get us another defender. No, you defend.
Why you the defender?
Why they put Patrick Beverly in?
Where you going? You want him on the floor in crunch time when they need defensive stop, and you on the bench?
No, he just want to shoot the ball. He want to be Dame time, but he don't want to be Dame.
Oh, okay, so he want to play off the ball.
Yeah. Hey, Patrick, you lock up the dude. I just want to be Dame time and you know, shoot at the end. But I got a question for y'all. Two teams I'm looking at the East that I think that can be wild cards.
The Knicks.
The Miami Heat and the New York Knicks.
Yes.
We know Heat culture, they come to play come playoff time. And I know the Terry Rozier move ain't panned out like they thought it, but I like Terry Rozier as a player. And I think in the playoffs, if they are healthy, Miami's going to be a problem. And I'm curious about New York and Anunoby. I think that was a good move for them. I think if they play max out their potential, the Knicks can make it to the conference finals at least and make it to the Boston Celtics. They probably lose in like 6 games. But I think they can be a wild card, and Miami is always a wild card to me. What do y'all think about those two teams?
I like the Knicks, bro. They got to be healthy though, because Mitchell Robinson has the size. And just put this out there, Jalen Brunson is a baller. He's a dude. He's one of those dudes. So and I like the way they playing. Anunoby just gives them another dimension. I love how they come out with DiVincenzo, and they got Josh. What is that? Josh Hart? Yeah, Josh Hart. And they just tough. They're a tough team. Just Tibbs don't run them down like he did our team, right? But but I like them. And to your point about Miami, they are literally gearing up for the playoffs, and I love that mentality. They're not gonna do much in the regular season, but when it's time to play, So I'm not even a fan. I'm a Jimmy Butler fan because of this time with the Bulls. So I root for them, but I do not count them out. Do not count them out.
Vic, what you think about those two squads?
Man, you hit the nail on the head with Miami. Like, people literally laughed at me last year, bro, when I asked a simple question. I'm gonna ask you guys because y'all seem a little bit more knowledgeable. Eric Spoelstra, is there maybe one coach in the NBA better, or is he, or can we make a case for him as the best coach in the NBA? I say we can make a case for this brother the best coach in the NBA.
I agree.
Guys argue up and down. Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. You crazy, bro. The man record speaks for itself. He's not winning these multiple championships, but damn, bro, he's been to the finals twice without D Wade and LeBron. Then.
Yeah.
Twice.
With less talent.
Bro, the man won like 4 playoff series in a row to get to the finals on the road.
Yep.
Come on, as a coach, bro, like you got to get this man some kind of credit. So that's why he always said, bro, he has his team like eyeing them right now. Yeah. And then when it comes time for the playoffs, he want them all healthy with his shooters. He gonna have that ball in Butler's hand. He gonna space that floor out. A hair roll, those guys gonna be shooting that rock, and they're gonna be playing Miami Heat ball, and they knocking out threes. They can beat anybody in the East.
Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero. These are not world beater names that we talking about.
Not at all.
Not. This is not Giannis we talking about. This is not Jokic. This is not they. Hey, you see the heart? They got heart. That's what that Heat culture, bro. That's a whole thing. Brian, what do you think about those two squads?
Hey, man, the Heat and the playoffs are made for each other. That Heat brand of basketball is a playoff style. They're going to slow it down. They're gonna beat you up, and they're gonna grind it out. So I'm never gonna bet against a Pat Riley team. So I can't even say his name. Spoelstra. I like that dude. I respect him. You worked your way up from the TV room. You're a videographer to one of the highest paid coaches in the league. I don't care what you do. You're a winner in my book. As far as the Knicks, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I like Jalen Brunson. I like the additions of the wings that they added. Yeah. But where is Julius Randle down? Is he hurt? I haven't heard his name.
He hurt
again. And when he come back, he remind me of, I don't know if y'all remember the guy, Marcus Fires, who used to play for the Bulls. It's like, it's like, he remind me of that guy. Like, you good, you got that. But when the ball get in your hand, you're not a facilitator. You don't make anyone else better. It kind of like stops with you. So, I mean, I don't really trust that team. But
he's definitely a black hole.
Yeah. I like Jalen Brunson. He a dog. His dad was a baller. I like that dude. I like that dude. So, I'm rooting for him, but I don't trust the team as a whole.
That's what I mean. You made about Julius Randle. That's a good comparison too. I think he's better than Marcus Fizer, but
way better.
Get the comparison because he's an undersized power forward.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And he, like you say, when the lights come on for whatever reason, he don't show up like he show up in a regular season. And some people got it, some people don't. And that's a reason not to trust him, to be honest. So, like, I get where you're coming from. So, we're going to see what happened with these New York Knicks, man. We about to get ready to get up out of here, but I do got a scripture today. My come to church scripture is Galatians 2:19. And this did something for me, man, because I feel like as a believer, and no matter what religion you go to, you try to put your best foot forward. And sometimes I think people get in their head about trying to perform or put on to be their best self. And so for me, this scripture was good because it talked about that Christ died for us, and we don't have to put on. So this the scripture says what actually took place is this: I tried keeping rules and working my head off to please God, and it didn't work. That hit for me because I know for a fact that we try to perform or keep the laws or keep rules to please God. But if you're a Christian, that's why Jesus died for you. So you didn't have to keep the rules and the laws. You free from that. You just gotta, just try to follow Christ, whatever that looks like. And so I just think this is a good scripture because it came off as stop trying to keep rules. Stop trying to keep the law, keeping rules. So it says, so I quit being a lawman so that I can be God's man. Christ's life showed me how and enabled me to do it. So it goes on to talk about some other things, but I just want to encourage the people that are believers that you don't have to try to keep rules or keep the law. Live for Christ the best as you can. Jesus did the rest, man. So that's Galatians 2:19. Hopefully it blessed y'all because it did something for me, man. But my brothers, hey, everybody that's watching, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube, please do that. Follow us on Facebook, IG, TikTok. I got the Allen Pals red shirt on. If you want to support the show and you want to support, you can purchase your own shirts. We ship long distance. And you can also send stars on Facebook to support us that way. I want to thank my brothers, man. Y'all showed out today, dog. This show was lit, man. I want to thank Amaru, Vic, Brian. Thank y'all, brothers, for coming on, man. Wednesday, 8 p.m. is the new time. I will be hitting y'all up. And as always, I'll see y'all next time. We out.
We lock and load, Allen Pals. It's the Allen Pals Show. Yeah.